Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
my
but yeah,
bad. For
understood.
this, the stream wasn't getting any audio. I had my audio off, but um, yeah, they didn't miss a lot. I just realized I had it muted for everybody else. So you can continue. My bad.
Okay, okay. So yeah, undershoot just kind of beats at least Falcons overshoots if they start coming in. If they don't, I feel like sometimes I have to overshoot a little bit more, but it's still too risky. Um, the second thing I try to do in neutral is just watch. I don't know, the second move they throw. Normally they'll throw it in there and then they'll try to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to catch on what they do second, and then besides that, I try to fight a lot in the corner. Try to see if they're gonna shield or they're gonna throw in there or they're gonna roll. That's one thing I try to look for.
Mm-hmm. I
And
think that's definitely good.
yeah, and my biggest problems are like whenever they're in platforms, so they'll just they'll just fall down from the platforms into up airs. I think they're pretty annoying, so I try to stay away from the platforms. And try to stay grounded. But sometimes I kind of lose track and I just get hit. Like I'm in a bad spot where like they're in the platform and they kind of come down and like, oh fuck, now they got an opening. The
Mm-hmm.
second thing is sometimes I notice like in big stages, maybe in FD, when there's no platforms, they'll double jump. And I guess my biggest problem is sometimes the dash chance is a problem because I just I don't know. I mean, the double jump is kind of slow, but I mean, they kind of do double jump into back air. They get
Mm-hmm.
close to me, and it kind of hits me like a lot, and I don't know how to control that.
Okay.
I think I'll see it for sure in some
Okay.
of the matches.
Is the screen share working?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Let's just get started. So I probably shouldn't have to tell you that this Nair is bad. Like,
Yeah, I was just trying to get close, so
yeah, it's just like
yeah.
you could literally like lose the game off of this. So it's just like not worth it. I think this drop laser is really good. Like if you're gonna make this read like a psychopath, you might as well just up smash here, you know, because you'd get like a stock off of it. If you're gonna like already read this Nair, just because the Nair is not like high reward here. Um,
Right.
Falcon is kind of like Puff, where it's like more important to not get hit by his stuff than to hit him with your stuff.
Right.
Because he's sort of limited, like defensively, especially when he's not in a position he really likes. Like it's easy for Falcon to like try to hit you and then be caught in like a like let's say he like full hop up airs and he misses. He's just caught in like the worst position ever, and you're just gonna hit him. And that happens to him a lot more often than it'll happen to you. So like you don't need to force the situations against Falcon because a lot of times if you just sort of keep playing neutral for a little bit,
Hmm.
vulnerabilities will come up. So it's like your character beats his character, but if you like in the long run you beat his character. It's like you're playing poker and it's like you bet all of your money and you lose all your money in like the first three hands, you know? It's like even if you're a better poker player than the other person, it's not going to matter
Right.
because you just like lost everything really fast. So you just want to kind of I like to drag it out a little bit against Falcon. Um, Sometimes you know when you're in close, you can like force your way in. Like in you know what I'm talking about. There's certain spots where like the pressure and like stuff is really strong. But if you're
Yeah.
kind of unsure and it's a little ambiguous, it's always better to just kind of drag it out against Falcon. He suffers a lot from like not being able to like reach out and get his opponent. A lot of his stuff depends on sort of like counter hit type stuff.
Right.
So okay, so there's these nairs, sort of like this one.
Yeah.
So the thing with these nairs is you can kind of force them, like the ones into his nair, because you'll kind of hit his nair will one hit you at the max range, like it does here, and then you get like a second one or whatever. I see you get these like all the time, and they're okay, but I would prefer you learn to play the matchup without them and then add them in, because I feel like they sort of give him a little bit of an advantage in terms of like reading your nairs in. Uh,
Yeah.
just because you don't often like take this position and just sort of like wait it out, you know. So
Yeah.
he has like a lot of options he can do here with walling and with like the nair and different drifts. And like I was saying before, like I usually just prioritize like my own safety to like trying to force my way in on Falcon. So just my
Okay.
perspective on it. Um,
So what's your way to not use nairs?
to not use Nair.
Yeah.
Um,
Dash dance more. I mean,
yeah, no, I would just keep dash dancing here. You can get like I like to hit Falcon because Falcon's kind of trying to hit me off of counter hits. I sort of prefer to hit Falcon off of counter hits too. So like my favorite openings against Falcon are like stuff with like my shield, like shine at a shield and grab at a shield and stuff like that. I think that's my favorite stuff against Falcon. And then I'll also do stuff like, you know, dodge his stomp and hit him, dodge his back air and hit him, or sometimes he'll do like a bad approaching nair and from like across the stage, and you can full hop
right.
over it and like drill or whatever. Um, I'm really looking for just like kind of like an instant kill against Falcon. So it's like really great if I can just get him to like I can stay safe and then like okay, like an ideal stock for me against Falcon, like the best stock I can think of would be like I dash dance, he nairs, I dash dance, he nairs, I dash dance, he nairs, hits my shield, wave shine out a shield, and I just kill him. That would be like an ideal stock for me against Falcon.
Okay.
Okay, really good combo. I like the
Yeah,
combo.
I do have like a pretty good combos against
Yeah,
Falcon.
so that's good. Like it's mostly about and like when I've watched your sets against Johnny too, that has been my takeaway is that like you're doing a lot of damage to him. Like you're taking a lot of stocks, you're doing a lot of good stuff, but you're also like letting him hit you too much. And I
Yeah.
think that has sort of been like the main thorn in your side in this matchup for a while. Um Okay, yeah, never jump here. This is just like a thing where like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like right there in that pressure, just don't jump. He always just reads it. This yeah, so like right here, this is kind of like the type of opening I want against Falcon. Just so you know, you
Yeah.
can shine out a shield this. Like you have time to shine out a shield here before the jab comes out. Like shine out a shield on Nair is actually just completely broken if he commits into you. But the grab here is fine, and you get this big combo out of it anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I took it too far, at least not this one.
Yeah, you probably could have like dash off Nair or something, but it happens.
Yeah.
Um, See how he's sort of forced, like when you don't commit to stuff, he's sort of
Mhm.
just like chucking these Nairs around.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, this is the vulnerability. Like think about like Falcon in place and you naring in at him and think of
Mhm.
like the risk of that position compared to like the risk of this position is like very little and you're kind of just getting a bunch of chances to like maybe hit him. Um so let's see.
Well, he was those nets were moving across like past me, so I didn't know what to do. Maybe
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
So the reason that okay, so there's a couple things here why this is happening. So the first one is that you preemptively are shielding. So you're shielding here before he jumps. And the nice thing about Falcon is this is like what makes his character kind of bad against Spaceys especially is that you can react to any aerial off of a jump. So
Right.
if you see Falcon jumping, you can react and shield that. And so think of it kind of like Falcon is throwing out random nairs and he's trying to sort of cross you up and get, you know, not land directly on your shield.
Right.
And so the nice thing because Falcon doesn't have let's say Fox Nair, he doesn't have Falco down air. He doesn't have like these quick hitboxes that he can like, you know, Falco down air, he can like drag his down air like this, kind of like across
Right.
your shield. Falcon doesn't have any of those. Like, knee is just like a quick, like, knee is like it takes a while and then a strong hit. Stomp takes a while, strong hit. Back air is like, not really going to use it while he's approaching you. And nair is like, tut. You know, so it's like an up air. He can't hit rising up air unless he's like right next to you. So it's not really going to be relevant. So he doesn't have any options that like hit you, and if he wants to actually hit you with the move, he has to land on you, which will give you the shine out of shield. So these are sort of just moves where he's kind of like, he's not trying too hard to hit you, but he also doesn't want to get punished. And so a key while he's doing this is to just dash dance, like, kind of randomly. Because the thing with Falcon is, like, because he jumps so far and all of his moves come out so late, it doesn't really matter which position you're in. Like, if you're here or you're here, his short hop stomp will hit at the same timing. His knee will hit at the same timing. Because he still has to come up, aerial, and then fall down. So, like, none of his moves are slower when you're here compared to here. And so, the only move that's more dangerous is grab. And he's so fast on the ground that if he raw grab reads you, he just deserves it. Like, that's just, like, the thing. He has one thing where if he raw reads you, he gets an opening. So you mostly just want to ignore the raw grab. So the idea is if you just kind of keep changing positions and moving around on the ground, and you react to his jumping at you with shield reactively, eventually you will be like, instead of shielding here, you would have just happened to do another dash back here, and then he nairs onto your shield, and you get shine out of shield.
Yeah.
Does this all like logically make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can also, if he's approaching from mad far, like this, you can react and do short hop back air and hit through this. But if he's from far, and you're dashing away. So sometimes I'll be doing my little dash dance thing, and I'm looking for the shine out of shield, and I'll just happen to dash away while he nairs in, and then I just back air it and like tech chase.
Okay.
And yeah, you just, when he's reading your jumps like this, because these nairs, nair is a jump read, like, clearly, right? Yeah, like, nair does not hit grounded options. So if you, like, sort of categorize it like that, he's like, jump read, jump read, jump read, jump read, jump read. So when you're right next to him, the last thing you want to do is jump into him, because he's just jump reading over and over. So you can just be like, nair read, nair read, nair read, you know, and you're going to have the advantage there. Rather than doing, like, kind of jumping, which is what he's been reading over and over and over and over.
Yeah, I would say that's his biggest edge against me, to be honest, and that's how he gets his openings.
Is catching you jumping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what Falcon has to do in general. Okay, that nair is good. That's one thing you can also do. You don't have to shield stomps. They're so slow, you can just kind of hit through them.
Yeah. Oh, the stomps, yeah, I've been catching them a little bit better. Back then, they used to hit me a lot, but, I mean, normally it's whenever you're just shield pressuring that kind of hits you.
And, like, here, it's better to react later as Fox. Fox can react so fast and move, or not react so fast, but, like, when you react to Falcon up B drift, Fox moves so quickly that you should always stay right here for, like, a little bit longer than you think you should. And I actually do a little flowchart here. Let me pull it up really quick. Okay, so I'm going to grab this replay again in 1 second. But I just want to show you the flowchart I use. And this is like basically they can't do anything about this flowchart as long as you like react appropriately.
Your mic is cutting off.
It might just be like internet stuff. Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's just internet stuff. Okay, so basically when Falcon's recovering, you roll to the edge, and then if he goes on stage, you do this back air.
Yeah.
Because like he just gets caught by that, or alternatively like this back air. But then if he goes off stage, there's this awkward drift he can do where like this won't really hit him, because he'll kind of like, you know, do that thing where he kind of like drifts in from like that angle as Falcon. Yeah. And so what you can do to hit that is you can actually do this and then tap jump, and you'll just double jump and grab the edge. So it lets you drift off and like hit this. And so what I do is I just roll and then I wait. And then, you know, sometimes he'll do like this thing where he's kind of changing his drift right there. And so I'll just jump up and hit it. But most of the time I'm just waiting. And then if he drifts in, I do this. And then if he drifts back, I do this. And it just covers all the options. Like he can't really do anything about it. At least from all the years that I did it, I didn't really feel like he was able to do anything about it.
Okay.
Okay, so let me skip through. Okay. To this part. So yeah, like right here, I get that you don't have time to like roll, but basically if you just jump and just wait right here for like a while, like if he ends up drifting in, you'll have plenty of time to cover it. You don't need to like preemptively move towards the stage. And like ledge gives him like a freer getaway. Like when Falcon goes in, he's kind of expecting you to hit him again and edge guard again. Whereas edge is sort of, it's kind of like when you up B high as Fox. You're like, if they back air me again, I'll survival DI. But like going low is like the bigger reward, right? And so you kind of want to be able to cover going low more often, or going to ledge. And yeah, okay, this was good. This is how you want to fight Falcon. Like you just kind of move, and then you're like, oh, got him. And you can. It's like you don't really need to like. I don't know. Don't treat Falcon as like an equal. Like he's not an equal character. He doesn't have as good of options in any way. So you can sort of abuse him kind of how you would like a slightly worse character. Like how you would abuse maybe like, I don't know, Mario or something like that. He's kind of like that where it's like he's just not as good as you, and so as long as you stick to the stuff that he's bad at, he kind of struggles. Oh yeah, right here. I just like to grab edge right here. If you're a little bit slow, you can just do short hop out shine. Even if it reverse hits at this height, he'll just like get pushed into the stage. So you can just short hop out shine this. The forward smash was fine. I think you just mistimed it.
Yeah, I did.
The wave dash in here doesn't really make a lot of sense because it's like pointlessly aggro, you know. I'm like a big believer in like a kind of defensive take on this matchup, and then like aggression kind of like spattered in. I don't think this is like a very aggro matchup, mostly just because he's faster than you. So there's like Wizzy will spam like dash away short hop stomp to hit like a lot of like approach.
Oh yeah, he definitely does.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, this is why waiting by the edge is just better. You get that.
Yeah, I actually read that. So yeah.
So that, like right here, when Falcon's like running at you like this, you just don't have to be afraid. Like because like he doesn't want to just like raw grab here, because if he does, you'll just like get away to the plat and he's like not going to do anything. You can just sort of dash around wherever you feel like. He can't do anything except raw grab read you, like at all. Still, even though he's invincible, the only move he has that works is raw grab. So just like be aware that you don't have to like be like, here he comes, like I need to be further away from him like this, you know, like getting in close to him there, he would have just missed anyway. See how he just goes for like this random stomp read? So you can just literally move around on the ground and like be safe. Yeah, and then he catches you for doing something first.
Yep.
Catches you for jumping in. That was fine, like the vertical play there was fine. Yeah, the nair was fine because he was like already like he hadn't done the nair. He was just kind of jumping. I don't know. I feel like I still don't super like it. I really like countering Falcon for approaching me rather than going in on him.
Yeah. So you kind of wait for him to fuck up a little bit more.
It's like inevitable. Like he like can't not mess up because his character is too like. Falcon just makes all these bad commitments just by like existing. Like if you just sort of, I mean that's what I do with Falco. I just kind of like wait it out and like eventually an opening sort of just happens because the character is not that good.
Right. I don't know. It's just like I feel like whenever you play him, you kind of wait forever, and it's kind of annoying. But I mean, I know it works. It's just I kind of wanted to play more the aggro because Mango. I don't know. He makes it work. I don't know how the fuck
Mango
he
does
makes it work.
not make it work in Fox Falcon. He makes it work in Falco Falcon. He's talked about like a bunch of times how he camps Johnny with Fox.
Hmm.
It's just like you can. Here's the thing: you can play aggro against Falcon. You can make it work, but the bummer is that you're gonna lose like half the time.
Right.
So it's like that's kind of the frustrating part is that like it's like you can play the defensive matchup and have it be like 65-35, or you can play the aggro matchup and it's like 55-45, you know? So it's like you can get us you can Fox still wins when he's aggro, but just barely, and like so you're just going to lose a lot more by playing like more of the aggro game. It's it's not as much about like camping. Like I'm not telling you to camp. What I'm saying is like, okay, so it's like you're moving around randomly, and then like neutral situation A presents itself, and you look at neutral situation A, and let's say like 100 is like the perfect approach. Like let's say 100 is like he just whiffed Falcon Punch, and you get like a free opening.
Right.
So let's say you're looking, and this situation is like a 30, where you're like, I don't really want to approach, but like it looks okay, you know. Then like you might kind of do a more aggro option there, and you could maybe make it work. But if you just waited for like one or two more of those sort of random situations to come up, like just any situation, like if you roll the die and you create a random Fox Falcon situation, you're gonna find ones that you win if you like roll more often. So like that's just kind of it, is that like the less rolls there are, kind of the thing I was saying at the beginning with like betting all your money, is like the less rolls there are for positions, then like the higher chance he has of just getting lucky, you know? Like and so like the more you just like, I'm not telling you have to camp, just like instead of fighting the first interaction, just wait like 2 or 3.
Right.
Like just be like, I will wait and look at the first 3 situations and take whichever one seems the best at the time or not, you know? But like I'm not telling you to drag it out. I'm just saying that like if you just kind of bait him a couple times, he's going to end up in a way worse spot than if he's just dash dancing and you decide to gamble it.
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying.
It's just, this is like an example right here. It's like you're kind of in a spot like right here where this nair is sort of risky. You could have definitely died for this nair. So I don't really like fighting that out. But now you're kind of chilling. You do sort of this like defensive nair and you dash back, and then you're like, oh, that's crazy. He did this bad stomp, and now I literally have like a 100. Like I have a guaranteed neutral win. And you didn't really make this happen. Falcon just sort of has to commit when he's playing the game in general. So like just by waiting a split second, you end up getting this big opening. And that's Loki. So if you want to play it aggro against Johnny specifically, Lucky has the best model. All Lucky does, sets up a situation, doesn't participate, assumes the second situation will be better, and goes for it. And he beats Johnny like all the time. And that's kind of a lazy way in my opinion, because like I think you should like, you know, roll more times for good situations than like 2. But he just assumes that like, well, the first one Johnny will kind of set up and he'll be looking for it, and so he'll kind of just be like, situation? Nah, timing mix up, goes in. And that works well too. In my opinion, it's not quite as consistent, but it works really well.
So it still has like it's still kind of risky in my opinion, what you're saying about Lucky.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's still kind of risky. So, like, but what I'm saying is, like, if you want to play aggro, that's kind of your best bet. But I just prefer waiting 2 or 3 times. It's really not that long. Like, the situations establish themselves pretty quickly.
right.
If you're gonna hold down on Gentleman, just shine. Like you just get a shine right here
Right.
before the third punch every time. See how long it takes to come out? You just get like a guaranteed shine here if you hold down. I actually do this
Yeah.
against Falcon where as Falco where like I'll shield like a knee or whatever and then I just like jump into his jab and hold down and shine and I just kill him every time or hit him every time out of it. Fox can do the same thing even better. Like Gentleman just like doesn't work. The Spaceys can just shine him out of it.
What's your flow chart when getting back? Because I feel like
What's the what?
your flow chart when getting back. Because every time I grab the ledge, let's say I Firefox, I'm trying to recover, I grab the ledge, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'll try to do my ledge dash, like to come back safely. But I don't always do that. It's just I still mess it up. So I don't know. And even if I feel like I did a good ledge dash, sometimes I get like yeah, I get like a bear. I get hit by the bear, so I just don't know like if ledge dash is pretty good or not. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you play Fox, so you should ledge dash every time. Like you have a bunch of Gallant, so it's kind of like you're playing neutral but with intangibility. Uh, a lot of times, Falcon, especially Johnny, is really good at sort of like walling Fox into the corner.
right.
Um, so I think the best way to do it is just to not be super stressed. Just like it's okay to just like ledge dash dance shield. Like if he grabs you in the corner, the worst that can happen is he throws you off stage and you recover again. You know, like he can't kill you out of a grab in the corner. The grab will it just leads to like an edge guard. So like I just sort of play kind of safe in the corner with shield. A lot of times I'll get him to overcommit with like a nair, or I'll get a chance to like, you know, get out of the corner, like run out of the corner or jump out of the corner, whatever, after a little bit. But I don't usually go like ledge dash and then dash to center like immediately. I usually play it a little safer in the corner and just sort of take my time with like shield and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and like these recoveries, I know how hard it is to hit these, but like it's just you need to just like grind these out a little bit. You missed like a lot in tournament on his recoveries. Like you can just wait a split second here and double jump back here and you can get him. And right here you could have probably gotten him with like, I don't know, forward tilt or down tilt, you know.
Down tilt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually was doing well in this match as far as I remember. But yeah, I guess the fact that I was throwing myself too much was kind of giving him the edge again. So
It's just a lot of it is just like, so this is sort of like a thing is like when you shine Falcon's shield and you wave dash out like this, you need to be like hyper aware of stomp out a shield because it's like his number one option on getting his shield shined. So
yeah,
like you just need to be ready to shield. Like if you ever wave shine Falcon's shield, just get ready to shield. The stomp is coming. It is coming, especially last stock. It's coming.
Yep.
So just be ready for that on when you wave shine his shield in particular.
You don't feel like you sometimes lose focus? Like you know it's gonna come, but sometimes like you do something randomly and like, oh fuck.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, that it definitely happens. But if you practice it against him, you know, it's kind of just like practicing different shield pressures against individual characters. It's just your versus Falcon shield pressure and requires you to shield afterward. So,
I'm there again, yeah.
one thing that you can switch up is whenever you see his like nair, I've noticed that you always dash in shield. You always dash in and shield, but like he's moving away. Like he's moving this way. So you can just dash back shield and you can still get the shine out of shield. So like if you do the same thing here, but instead of doing this last dash in, you just dashed back here and you shielded right here, you would have gotten the shine out of shield and probably killed him. Also, the wave dash up tilts you're doing, the cool part about the wave dash up tilt, so never do these up tilts. Never do this one, land into up tilt, because he can short hop stomp this. If Falcon, when you do this aerial and you do the up tilt and Falcon short hop stomps in place, the up tilt will miss and the stomp will hit. So never do this one. The only up tilt that you're allowed to do is wave dash in, turn around, up tilt. Or wave dash back up tilt. But the nice thing about the up tilt is it's reactable, or it's not reactable. You can do it on reaction, kind of like how you shield. So you can do a thing where you like wave dash in, and then while you're wave dashing, you can confirm if Falcon has jumped. And if he's jumped, then you can up tilt, and if he hasn't jumped, then don't up tilt. And that's just sort of something you have to train, but it makes the up tilt crazy good. That's kind of the up tilt that I think Leffen uses a lot. Although Leffen also goes for like reads, like he'll like wave dash under Falcon and do it, which I think it's okay. It's kind of like that high risk, high reward style.
Right. Yeah, he makes it work, but
he makes it work really well against Johnny, but not as well against Wizzy. So he has more losses against Wizzy. Okay, let me look for like.
Want to Wizzy or?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for like a Wizzy game. Okay, let me just grab this.
It's gonna be like the same scenarios. It's just
probably yeah, but it'll be a little bit different because it's Wizzy. Man, okay, which replay is Wizzy?
I could say Wizzy.
Well, I mean, I know, but like, I'm just clicking them here and. There we go, okay. I just clicked like a bunch of them and they were all S2J, but... Okay. Once again, you start with this Nair. It's just not a very good starting pattern, in my opinion. Doesn't have like a high reward. You missed the laser, which is unfortunate. The laser there is kind of important.
Yeah, trying to undershoot, overshoot.
Okay, so this is like a thing, is like... This is like kind of a thing that'll get you, and it's hard to get this kind of through your head, but like this spacing you're doing, which feels like the good spacing against Falcon, is unnecessary, and it actually makes his life a little easier that you're not like moving around more. You just need to be more comfortable like changing ground position. See how you kind of like held this area for a second, like watch you hold this little piece of space. See how you kind of held it for a second? That actually makes his life a lot easier. Like from the Falcon end, it just makes neutral against Fox a lot more comfortable. Whereas if Fox is comfortable moving around, knowing that they can shield your aerials on reaction, you feel very uncomfortable and kind of stuffed. It's kind of like when I'm sure you've played Falco a little bit, when you're playing like a Fox that's just better than your Falco, and they're just kind of comfortable moving everywhere, and you're trying to laser, but they're just always both too far away and too close.
Yeah.
You can kind of do that against Falcon as long as you're confident dashing around. So just don't get caught up holding this mid-range, because it actually like gives up the advantages of moving around more. And yeah, don't do any of these super long run-in. Running Shine is useless against Falcon. It's literally useless. Like, I have never found a single position where it's useful. So just don't do it like this. Just never, ever, 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 ever do it. Because once again here, look at this. If you just dash danced right here, instead of committing to the shine, you would have gotten an easy punish on this stomp. He just has to like hard commit to the stomp for no reason. Or not no reason, but it's just his character's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Never up tilt here. What you can actually do here is kind of funny. You can just dash in. Like if you just like if you're threatened in this position, like after this, right here, you can literally just dash under Falcon and be safe.
Yeah.
And you can do it right here too. Just dash in, and he can't get you. But the up tilt is really bad. Like defensive up tilt is horrible because they just bait it out. Okay, that Nair was good. He was definitely in like a spot where like the trade super benefited you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Always combo Falcon up. Don't combo Falcon out. Uh, Out versus Falcon is the finisher. Don't ever, like, unless maybe you're on, like, FD and you can guarantee the Nair tech chase, like, you
Right.
really don't want to be comboing with, like, Nairs. Um, it's like, right here, I like the dash attack here because I don't think it would send to the platform, but basically it's all, unlike this back here, it's all about the up airs. Falcon is all about vertical comboing. The reason for that is that these are the options once you get him in the air. Either you get him in the air at this percent and you just hit him off stage. And, you know, first of all, the air is great. He can't tech it. He's heavy. He's a fast faller. He's crazy at slide off, teching, all kinds of things. You know, CC, all kinds of things. So you want him in the air because it makes your aerial stronger. And the other piece of it is that his, what's the word? Like, he's really bad at coming down. Like, really bad. Like, he's, like, one of the worst top tiers at, like, descending. And so, when he's... If you get him in the air with a bunch of up airs and you just shark him, odds are he's going to have to use his double jump. And when he does that, if you just back him out of the air after his double jump, his stock is over. So, versus Falcon, it's all about the vertical combos. You just want to get him up, 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 up. And then you just stay on the ground and you can kill him. I know it's sort of counterintuitive because you're like, well, I want an edge guard on Falcon, so I want him, like, out. But you don't. You just want him up.
Mm-hmm. So the only one that applies for the Nair is just FD, because you can guarantee the tech cheeks.
Yeah, just when there's, like, so much stage space left, you know?
Okay.
Like, if you have a guaranteed tech chase, you can do it. But, like, if you have a chance, you should be spamming, like, up airs and stuff. Up air is the best combo move on Falcon. Be aware when you do this that a stomp is probably coming. Like, right here. You don't need to shield. You can always dash out of the way, too. You just have to be, like, hyper aware that it's stomp time. And, yeah, he gets everybody with this Nair. This is why you don't force it on Falcon. Because he's just too fast. And he'll just dodge your stuff and kill you. Whereas if you just kind of chilled out, you'll eventually get something.
Okay, so question. Does the same principle apply versus Johnny? Let him throw moves? Like, was he as well, or is it a little different? I feel like I'm attacking too much. Was he, like, trying to...
I think I'm giving you general advice. All of the advice I've given so far works against both Falcons, or should work against any Falcon.
Okay.
It's just nairing in there is just a bad idea when, like, so look, like, nothing's happening right now, right? But you did a bunch of shield damage. Falcon's in a really bad spot. This is when you want to do the random dash dancing, just like that, just like back and forth everywhere, and he just super struggles. Like, he's just gonna throw something dumb out, and you're gonna kill him for it. Whereas, like, if you give him this nice, simple, orderly situation, all of Falcon's weaknesses, all of his bad moves, like bad frame data, bad, like, ability to jump and do an aerial, all of this stuff, bad out of shield, none of that is relevant right here. These are only two elements that are relevant when you nair Falcon, and that's his dash speed and his grab, both of which are good. So he can just dash away and grab you here. Like, Falcon's not a bad character when all he has to do is dash back grab. In fact, he's an incredible character when all he has to do is dash back grab. So you don't want to let him dash back grab.
Right. I almost killed myself.
And look at these running shines. Just never, ever running shine. Ever.
Yeah.
It's just useless against this character. And so the thing with these stomps is, if you bait out one of these stomps, like, instead of the running shine, if you dash dance here, this is like a free anything. Like, when he lands as a stomp, free drill, wave shine, up smash, free literally grab, anything.
Right.
And that's why you want to wait for it. Okay, that running shine was fine. Because he was in stun. You can shine out of shield this.
Yeah.
Right there is shine on a shield. The nice thing about going for the shine on a shield too is because you're doing like jump out of shield and then you're holding down. So if he does get these jabs, you'll just auto CC it, and as long as you just shine again, you'll get the shine out. So you get to you get a chance to shine out a shield on his nair, and then if he does gentleman you, you'll just get to shine it anyway. It sounds kind of dumb, but it's because it is. Like he just can't do anything. Like the character's just not very good in those spots, at least. If you play to his strengths, he's crazy. But if you play to his weaknesses, he's very weak. And yeah, so this whole game is sort of okay. The up smash is fine. You didn't you just went to edge too early. That was it.
Yeah.
Was like he's all the way up here. This is where you want to set up for like the back air or whatever. And so like if you didn't grab edge so fast, you would have noticed that he did this double jump, and then you just react to the stomp back air, and he's literally dead.
Yeah.
Nice. This is what I mean with that random dash dancing stuff, is like if you just sometimes like run through him, you just get stuff like this, like for free. Yeah. There we go. There, instead of like holding a middle range against Falcon, like right here, instead of holding this range, which is uncomfortable, or maybe doing these undershoots, which is also kind of uncomfortable, a lot of times you can just run under him like this, and then just like win the situation.
Yeah.
Those are crazy good. Like crossing up Falcon is so strong. He's really bad when his opponent's like behind him. Oh, come on. This is the easiest part of the matchup. Like you just gotta grind it out. Get a save state or something. Like, please. Yeah. It's like costing you so much. Yep. Look at this. This is Wizzy. The best. This is like the best or maybe the best Falcon main on Earth. And you just dash dance for like a quarter second, and you get a free anything you want stomp punish. Like drill, wave shine, up tilt. Like you can get anything off of this, you know? Grab, up throw, up air, like yeah. Like the character just gets bodied. Like he can't do a lot.
Yeah, I don't think I've used his weaknesses as much as I want. It's because I just want to go very aggro for the most part.
Yeah, and you do these things. Don't enter run either against Falcon. Like these previous approaches, like were not bad because you were really stuffing him. Like when you're really close to Falcon like this, that's when the aggro kind of works.
Yeah.
But then like right here, this was like borderline because he still could have grabbed this.
Right.
And then this one is like big no. Like at this range, you go all the way and you enter run, and then you nair. Like this is so greedy.
Yeah.
Like space wise, it's just ridiculously greedy. Yeah. Don't deal with Falcon on ledge at all. Like this, don't do this. Just literally leave. Especially with the new aerial interrupt stuff that they're practicing.
Yeah.
Just ignore it. Just pretend it's like Fox on ledge.
Oh, speaking of that question, I noticed because I sometimes play Falcon, and there's some foxes that would like jump into the top plat on the side plat. When they try to come down, they'll come down with a back air, and then I felt like I couldn't do anything this Falcon. I tried it against Wizzy. Maybe in the next video it'll show, but yeah, whenever he kind of comes back, like when he's hanging on the ledge and then he comes back, if I'm on the side platform, I mean I can still hit him. I can still poke him with the backer, falling backer, but at worst he'll just roll because it's a very bad spot. So I don't know. That's a good way to kind of like try to keep Falcon like out of the stage when he's trying to come back.
Nah, if he's coming off the ledge, you just want to like avoid him. Like he's gonna have some good gallant. I don't think it's worth it to like try to hit into it. Like
so, we just let him back.
Yeah. No, think of it like Fox. Like when Fox grabs edge, you just let him back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to just let him back.
Yeah.
I promise, just let him back. And he doesn't even need to use like the aerial interrupt. It's just literally like his ledge dash is pretty good too.
Right.
Okay, nice. I'm kind of in favor of not grabbing edge guarding Falcon.
Right.
I just like to jump out and hit him. Remember that back air thing I do where I just like short hop out, back air, double jump? I like doing that here rather than grabbing edge. Feels like when I grab edge, he has like more mix ups on me.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
But that's just like my opinion on it. Okay, that happens. Okay. Let's see, which game is this? This is 1904. So let's see if this one is maybe Wizzy.
Yes.
No, this is another Johnny game. Feels like they're like 90% Johnny.
They're 90%. I just put 2 of Wizzy.
Okay, I found the other Wizzy game. Okay. So, yeah, this is funny. I'm not sure if you're aware. Single hit up air knocks down after 2 lasers. So if you want to start with a single hit up air, you should probably get 2 lasers first, but you just super red him, I guess. So you get this.
Yeah.
I would have preferred probably an up air here. I think this was good. Up air right here. Short hop up air. This works. You can tech chase off of it, but you're a little slow.
Yeah, I was slow.
I still like the up air there. I just don't like to get Falcon on the ground. Like, when he's on the ground, all of his options open up. If I drill him, he can SDI out. You know, he can hold down. He can tech, slide off. Like, when he's in the air, he's just like a big sack of garbage. Like, you can just combo him over and over. He's heavy. He has a really bad disadvantage state. So I just try to keep him away from the ground. Like, the ground is, like, where he gets his, like, power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is perfect. This I want you to do this way more. This dash back on his nair, and then just shine out a shield this.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right there.
I'm just demonstrating how, like, you don't need to dash in every time. Like, dashing back lets you a lot of times get this position where you can get, like, the shine.
Yeah, I just don't practice shine out of shield too much.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm gonna mess up.
It's pretty important against Falcon, in my opinion. I got away with playing without it a lot, but like I would have gotten way more punishes if I played with it.
Yeah.
Because the way I would play it is I would kind of just shine him out of those spots. Like 1 out of 5 times I'd get the combo, but I just only play the spots that I like, so I was able to kind of work around it. Like, you don't need the shine out of shield. Like, technically, every time he nairs your shield, you could just, like, roll or something, and, like, just keep playing until you win, and that was kind of what I did. But, like, the shine out of shield is way better there.
Right.
Okay, yeah, Falcon combo, haha. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of okay to do this, kind of, I guess. Like, one time maybe, but get out of there. He has too positive of a situation. Okay, up smash. Nice. I was like, you better shine that. That was good.
Yeah, I missed my ledge session.
Yeah, it happens. Okay, nice. Oop, happens. Definitely got to work on these edge guards.
No.
It's not even like a tournament thing. You're just bad at it. Yeah. And it's like the simplest thing you can do.
Yes. What is it?
What?
Yeah, just give me a second. I'll be there.
Oh, you're talking to somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah. But basically, learning the edge guard is the absolute simplest thing you can do that will, like, make you beat Falcons. Because you're just missing it. Like, just literally, like, I don't know. I think Zio is good at recovering. In my opinion, what you should do is you should just ask Zio, like, hey, are you down to, like, recover against me for, a bunch? And just, like, practice hitting it. If you can hit Zio, you can hit anybody.
I mean, that's kind of rude, isn't it? It's just like, oh, just help me with this situation. I don't know.
Nah, he's a nice guy. Just be like, hey, man, I'm really working on the Falcon matchup, and, like, I know you have pretty good recoveries, and I was wondering if for, like, 15 minutes you can just, like, recover against me, and I can try practicing the back air or something. I don't think that's rude. I mean, you can save state it too, but, like, I mean, I
Right.
assume you're cool with Zio. Like, Zio's a chill guy. Like, I don't think he'd have a problem with it. Most people, I feel like, are pretty down to, like, lab.
Hmm.
And yeah, Koopa Troopa says you can ask him at, like, the end of a session or the beginning of a session if you felt like it was, like, weird otherwise. But, like,
Right.
no, I don't know. I don't know. I've, like, hit up people. Like, I hit up, like, Polish or whatever, and I was like, hey, would you be down to, like, let me camp you as Falco on the platforms and just like try to hit me? And he's like, sure. And we just like got in a Discord call and I just ran away in the platforms for like an hour while he chased me. And like a lot of like good players are just kind of down to like lab stuff. Like a lot of them enjoy it.
Oh, okay.
The cool kid versus Peach Strat, yeah, that's definitely the cool kid.
The cool kid.
Yeah, he I played him as Peach and he camped me so hard. It was great.
The kid, the little kid.
No, cool kid.
Florida?
He's like a spacey player. He used to live in SoCal. He lives in NorCal now.
Okay, okay.
Nice, nice. That's really
What
funny.
happened?
Instant ending.
No, I mean it's just most of my games. It's they're not that bad.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just,
really not.
but there's a lot of games, a lot of sets that I've played with Johnny that they're like game five last stock,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like
I've
I can,
noticed that.
yeah, and he
Well,
laughs.
okay, so there's the reason for that, and the biggest one is that you're when it comes down to the last stock, you're usually not playing the more defensive end. You're more usually the more aggro end, and so I think what happens is a lot of times the Falcons just kind of wait you out, and then they wait for you to like kind of set up a nair last stock, and then they'll nair and something like that and get you,
Yeah.
or they just sort of stomp around, and you're like so busy trying to like deal with them or like running shine them or whatever that you just get stomped rather than just being like, I'm just gonna kind of run around and then counter their dumb stomp when they eventually do it, you know. And
Right.
then the other thing is like missing the edge guards. And then the other thing is that let's see what was I gonna say. Like the vertical comboing is the thing, but your combos are still pretty good. It's more about like not letting Falcon get his openings. That's kind of the thing. Is like you get
Yeah.
your openings, but he also gets his. And your openings could be a little bit better with the edge guarding. But imagine if you just didn't let him get his openings, you know? You would just sort of destroy Falcon.
Right.
Like if you just defended well against the random stomps and the random nairs and stuff like that,
Right.
it's just night and day because you'll still get your punishes, but he's not punishing you. So I think like I don't know, I definitely feel like you could have taken, a set or two off of Johnny just from like watching your sets. Like they're mad close. But you do too many things like this. Like this is just too normal for you. Is to like nair here and then just get punished or something. Like
Yeah.
these are just nairs you just don't want to do. And so a lot of it is more that like you just end up like it's kind of like you do something bad before they do something bad. So it's like if you remove these bad things from your play,
Hmm.
you're kind of just left with character versus character, and their character is going to do a bad thing before your character does.
Right.
But if you as a player just rush into doing something bad, then yeah, Johnny's going to punish it. But yeah, you punish nice and hard, like in most cases. You get a lot of like most of the time when I watch your sets, it's like you're kind of losing neutral the whole set, but then you
Mhm.
end up getting enough sort of like stray hit conversions that you can kind of bring it back. And then it usually ends up really close, but you're at a slight disadvantage, and then you lose. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yep.
yeah, exactly. So if you just focused more on not getting hit by his stuff, it's just kind of a done deal, I feel like.
Right.
Because it's like you can get your like you maybe won't get quite as many random openings, but you'll get more legit ones and he'll get less random openings. And you'll still get a couple random openings. So it's like it's just sort of trying to like tip the scales in your favor, you know?
Hmm.
And I feel like it's like pretty close to your favor already. In fact, if you cleaned up your edge guards, you could probably beat Johnny already. Not consistently, but like some of the sets you've played, if you just hit your edge guards, you would have won those. So like you're pretty close already. So I think if you like clean up the edge guards and then you stop getting hit by random stomps and stop doing dumb stuff and like stop naring into dumb situations, it could just be fairly dominant from your side. Maybe not every time yet, but like
Yeah.
if you
This is
had this
start.
stuff in one of the sets you previously played, you would have easily 3-1'd him or something like that.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm trying. So yeah. I mean, yeah. I think those are everything you have said are good points. So definitely okay. Definitely not camp, but I think I get your point. It's just
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not about camping. It's just as like not taking it at face value, like being down to roll a couple times. You know,
mhm.
like you have a free power to re-roll the situation. You might as well use it when your character has an advantage. So if like it's an even situation, why not re-roll? The best, like you're usually just gonna get even or better, and eventually you'll get better, and then you'll just be able to fight it out from an advantage. So.
Okay. Uh, well, actually, I was gonna ask you to write it down, but I don't think you have to. I can just rewatch in case I missed something.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna upload it today or at some point drop
Maybe
it?
not today. I'm trying. I'm like way behind on upload, so I have to upload like 20 videos. So,
Okay.
but it's gonna be. It's up on Twitch. You know, it's up on Twitch already.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So like, you
Yeah.
can definitely just watch it on Twitch, no problem. But I'll be getting to the YouTube uploads. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing where I'm just lazy and dumb and I put it off. Sorry about
Okay,
that.
yeah, because I'm gonna need this video at least in case I'm still gonna practice it for Smash Factor.
Mm-hmm.
That's Falcons are gonna go. So Johnny and Wizzy. So
Okay.
probably I'll be facing one of them. And yeah, hopefully I can take at least one. I think Johnny will be easier because yesterday when I played Wizzy, these weren't my best games, the ones we watched so far. But yeah, there was times when I almost killed him, and then there was last off situation, and then he grabbed me, and then I was like dead after that. Like
Mm-hmm.
oh, last thing, when Falcon throws you, like I noticed Wizzy likes to do the knee, like fallen knee, like go hit you with the knee, weak knee
Oh
hitbox.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know how to deal with that.
Okay. Let me show you really quick. I like labbed a counterplay to this a while ago, and it works against Wizzy's knees.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, this is the last thing I'll go over really quick. But basically, I don't know, let's say you're like 20 or something, and you're like right here, and then he does something like, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so the idea is that you get the shine stall and you get hit and you die. So,
Right.
but what you can do is you can actually shine stall and then double jump away. Or if it at this percent, you might just be better off double jumping away. But you just do that, and he just that's it. Like you
Okay.
just wait, double jump away. I usually do like a shorten to edge type thing. Yeah, it's kind of precise at certain percents, but you will get away if you do it right.
Okay.
Especially if you DI a little bit away. So yeah, it's kind of at an awkward percent right now where he keeps getting me, but this is like the best counterplay I've pretty much found to this. You just do that.
Okay.
And I've actually killed Wizzy with that a bunch of times. So that's my thing. Kalindi also says you can do this. Like you can do the lifesaver where you just hold up and do up B there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, but sometimes you'll do this up B and then like he'll like he'll just wait on stage. Like he'll do this and you up B and then he just waits on stage and then he'll like knee or up B or whatever. So it does have risk, but so does this because you can still get clipped on like this one. But I don't know. This one is just so good. Just like zoop, you just get out of the way. I know I keep missing it, but I really do avoid this quite often in practice.
Hmm. Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, that gives me an idea because yeah, he was getting annoying after a while. Like
As far as I know, these are the only two solutions: is like lifesaver or double jump away.
okay. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah,
Okay, yeah, no, I think that was a solid lesson, and
yeah,
yeah, good luck with that stuff, man. Let me know how it works,
yeah.
and
I'll just slap a little bit before the tournament and see how it goes.
yep, all right, sounds good, man.
You can just tell me your Venmo
Yeah,
like
I'll send
on
it to you. Don't worry
Discord.
about it.
So yeah. All
All
right.
right,
Sounds good.
peace.
All right. Later.